Hello and welcome back to another episode of Buy Now Sell Now Realty TV. I'm Jeff Barnes, manager, owner, and broker of Buy Now Sell Now Realty here in beautiful Tampa, Florida. Today's episode is going to focus on holding on to the old doesn't make sense. Holding on to the old doesn't make sense. Now, you guys have seen my previous video where I was talking about don't stay the course. And that kind of thing. Don't do business as usual. But I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I'm getting more and more pressure to act like nothing is happening in this industry. The National Association of Realtors has had another resignation for president. We got a new president. I just saw another article today about, and again, it's an older article, but I just saw another article today that's going public, going viral basically, about this brokerage that had a sexual harassment lawsuit, predatory type behavior in the market, in the office place. I'm seeing all these things happening, but one of the things that got me was starting this whole thing is the New York Times has made it its mission to expose things that are going on in the real estate industry, especially with realtors. So guys, the profession is under attack. The industry is under attack. So I don't know why people are still trying to hold on like it's not. I'm perplexed by this. If you're still doing business like all this stuff is not going on, guys, I got some lakefront property, some oceanfront property in Nebraska to sell you as well. It's time for us to start looking at this and realizing that when things change, it's not a bad thing. But what the DOJ and what the New York Times is doing is they're putting things out there that the Realtor Association can't be defended. We literally just had a president that resigned because she was getting extorted. She was getting blackmailed. Okay? We got a new president now that has been involved in some other things as well. Now, guys, I'm still a fan of being a real estate broker. I'm still a fan of where this industry can head. But why are we holding on? Holding on doesn't make sense. We have to embrace the new. Earlier this week, I ended up just saying, my website is only going to be a property valuation page. Why else would I have anything else? I don't know of any buyer who's going to pay a realtor to show them houses, to negotiate on their behalf. They'll do it with an attorney. They'll do it with their attorney friend or their attorney representative. But they're not going to do it with the realtor, because what I had to accept in this industry, they love everybody but the broker. They love everybody but the agent. The reason this thing is taking on legs, guys, is because I didn't realize how much the agent or the realtor was hated. Why is this stuff making news? It's making news because people love the profit they make from their houses, but they want more. And what's stopping them from getting more? The commission they have to pay us. Why would I focus on buyers when, if they got to pay me, it's going to affect their debt to income ratio? No bank or mortgage company is going to finance our commission. And now if I ask the seller to pay the buyer's commission, I'm violating this law that the National Association of Realtors just got found guilty of. So at the end of the day, why are you still sending me things about buyer leads? Why are you still sending me things about buyer designations? Why are you sending me stuff about what I need to do with a buyer? My phone is not going to ring from a buyer saying, hey, Goody Gumdrop, I want to pay you to represent me while I go through this home buying process. If anything, the buyer's just going to trust that the seller agent and their attorney, or the seller agent alone, is going to make sure the process goes smoothly, and they'll just take their chances. What we got to look at, guys, is this is just like when you're dealing with a new construction builder. Most people who buy those don't have buyer agent representatives. So what are we holding on to? We can take that same model and we can end up utilizing that model as to how, hey, look, have that buyer just work with you directly, your transaction broker here in Florida. Other states can be different, but you can just consent the transaction broker and handle the deal yourself. And it's no out-of-pocket expense for the buyer. And if they feel comfortable, they can get their own attorney to look over any contracts and that kind of thing. But at the end of the day, guys, holding on for what? Doesn't make sense. And again, I know this is not a popular take, and everybody thinks that the industry is being unfairly targeted. But guys, once it happens, you have to accept it. We don't hear a whole lot about the appeal and that kind of thing. It's going to be coming up this year. But when the DOJ and the number one paper in the country is coming after this industry, it's going to be hard, guys. It's going to be hard to overcome this. And I think what we got to do is embrace the fact that we are here to represent sellers. We're here to, if you're doing seminars, if you're doing some things other than real estate, that's a good thing. But everything has to be focused on the seller, because without that, how can you justify spending anything else when you don't know if any money's going to come in from buyers? And I just want you guys to start, being encouraged. Trust the new system that's coming. It's going to put us in a better position. It actually gives us more control, because the seller now is what we've always wanted. Listings have always been the way, and we need to keep it that way, man. And I want to thank you for tuning in to another episode of Buy Now, Sell Now Realty. Again, I'm Jeff Barnes, managing owner and broker, Buy Now, Sell Now Realty here in Tampa, Florida. Get down in the description. You can find my email. If you want more coaching, if you want mentorship, I'm here to help, man. And until next episode, we'll see you next time.